What's good everyone, it's Zigzag here, welcome back to another Geoguessr video, and welcome to the series where I'm trying to get to the Champion Division, the highest rank in Geoguessr, without ever looking around on Geoguessr Duels. Meanwhile, my opponents will be playing proper moving Geoguessr, they'll be able to find signs and all that kind of thing. So this really is a true test of my skill. We definitely had a solid episode last time, making it solidly into the Master Division, which is of course the division we have to beat in order to get to the Champion Division. This is definitely a doable challenge, but it mustn't be understated how difficult this really is. First one here, looks like we are going to be somewhere in Malaysia with this flag. Here is the Sarawak flag, and this is a Sarawak light. So this is a good first round. I think Kuching looks pretty safe here, although I actually think maybe Cebu is a better hedge because of the kind of random hill that we have over here to our northwest. Oh yeah, but basically this is how the format works. We are only given the still image, and our opponent will no doubt be able to get onto the main road here, look around for some town names, which often do appear in places like urban places like this. And it was in Lawas there, all the way northeast, and our opponent has not guessed. Yeah, giving them no time is very important, but we did have a Malaysian flag there, so I'm kind of surprised we didn't see at least one plonk. Okay, next one here, we got like a Russian-style pole, but very European-style building, so I think we actually might be in Kaliningrad here. So I'm going to click near the city of Kaliningrad. Yeah, I mean, this house just doesn't feel Russian with the red brick, but this is definitely like a Russian-style pole. The only other option is the Lithuania here, but we do have the black car with a long antenna, so we should be correct. And I think Bjorn may not guess here based on the first round, and yeah, it looks like Bjorn has not guessed. So we take a 2-rounder there. Obviously, it seems like Bjorn may actually have not have showed up to the match. We get 13 points, which is a really nice way to start, and to be fair, the guesses were pretty decent as well. Let's head through the next one here, Belgian opponent. So hopefully we don't run into any Belgian rounds here, but first one, looking like it's going to be somewhere in Europe, that's for sure. We have language here, Espoo, interesting. So that kind of looks like Finnish language to me, and the kind of modern, kind of square, boxy architecture really fits with that as well. Espoo, I actually imagine, is a place. We see some double O endings here in the south, so might just try that, but in all likelihood, it could be anywhere in the south half of the country. So yeah, I'm assuming Espoo, pretty small, or just maybe a suburb of Helsinki alternatively. So we'll see in a few moments here where it actually is. And it was actually, yeah, okay, it was a big suburb of Helsinki, even maybe actually a city itself. And we get a good amount of points there, getting the right vibe off the first one. Stockholm's not a bad guess, it definitely looked like that. Next one here, we have some rare Generation 2 in South Korea. Now, to the north, we have a harbor here. This should be relatively rare. I was thinking Busan here, and that immediately looks good. So I think I'll just go for it here. Just like a big port. It definitely feels that way. It's somewhere in here, in my opinion. Alternatively, some of these other south cities could also look like this, and maybe Seoul. And it was Busan, and we got 500 meters away, so that's a really nice guess. And thank you to our opponent who gives us the shocked emoji reaction. You know, what can I say? That's a nice one. Okay, next round here. We appear to have some France wooden poles. It almost looked like Australia at first, but yeah, the red roof on the house should make that impossible. USA is not impossible, but again, the houses do not feel American to me. So I'm just going to go kind of northwestern France vaguely here, somewhere in the center of the country, I think, and it was actually southwestern instead. Under 500 points damage there, but our Belgian opponent did get the vibe on that one at least. Next one here is not so easy again. Looks like an American post box here. Otherwise, I could have thought maybe Argentina or something, but yeah, yellow dashes as well. It should be American. I thought Texas here, maybe Oklahoma, something in that kind of central southern region. Actually, looks like we have some southern pines here, so yeah, this could actually be quite a bit further east than I thought, out like South Carolina way, but I still think I prefer like an Arkansas hedge here for something southern. It doesn't exactly look like Arkansas, it's kind of a hedge, as I said, for... Oh, and as I look around, it could be further north as well, actually. But yeah, somewhere in this general region that I've guessed I think should be fine. And it was Oklahoma there, actually, only a tad north. And yeah, another good guess from us, 500 points. Honestly, the episode, I don't think we've actually taken a single bit of damage so far. So this has been a really favorable start. And actually looks like the series might be possible. Although let's not get ahead of ourselves, because we have a fairly difficult Philippines here. Pole top should make us Philippines, as well as the fact that we appear to have some like Southeast Asian language. The thing is, that car is parked on the left, which is a bit confusing. So I guess it is possible to be something else. I still think I don't think of anything better than the Philippines, though. It could be Thailand, but we don't have any Thai script on that sign, so I guess I'll just go middle Philippines here, and it was southern Philippines. Yeah, sometimes a car parked on the wrong side of the road can wreak havoc, but on this occasion, I was able to reason my way out of any bad guesses. Okay, double damage here on round number 6, and we have a beauty salon in the US, I would imagine. Yeah. And this is very desolate, very red road, so it makes me think that we could actually be in like New Mexico or Texas or something like that. I might go Denver City, Texas here, just because of this very kind of reddish road. If we look around, I think this is a good guess, honestly. I think it is Texas, but I think it's kind of... Ooh, we have no fronts. Okay, maybe over the border in Oklahoma or New Mexico, or maybe even Arizona here. Or maybe further north, we'll see. And it was, okay, it was just over the border, as I kind of thought. Very Texan vibes there, and we take him out. So, GG's to our opponent there. Played, honestly, quite decently, but I was putting the pressure on, and yeah, that was a really good one for the Thai Goat, obviously playing on the second account here. And we have, ooh, Lemson, a highly rated opponent here. This could spell disaster, but he gives us a wave, so let's say hi back. We have some yellow number plates here on this round, indicating somewhere in the Netherlands. Let's just go for it in the middle here. Didn't really see any reason not to go there, but we maintain our perfect record. I doubt that that can last for too much longer, though. Next one here, we are in Korea again. This time we have northeast-ish facing ocean, so that would probably put us somewhere around here, I'd imagine. I'm just going to go Donghae here, but that could just be baiting. We could be in the south of the country here. Definitely looks like to the east we have ocean, so I'm feeling fine about the guess overall. It's just that there's a lot of coastline here, and it can be a lot of places. Okay, was there? Actually, opponent goes Jeju, so maintain our perfect record here with a 700 point damage. Yeah, I mean, our guess wasn't the greatest, to be fair. Next one here, Alaska or Yukon, based on how this round looks. Double yellow line, can certainly fit either. Our opponent goes really quickly here. This might actually be Alaska, you know. Something about it does give me maybe slightly more Alaska vibes with the double yellow line, but I think I'm going to click, I think I actually will go Alaska here and like, maybe this road? Ooh, do we 5k? Wow, that's a really good guess there. We've almost eliminated our opponent who's quickly gone for Quebec there, so this has been a really crazily good episode so far. Can't complain. Okay, next one here. We have a bit of Luxembourg or Germany action. Does it feel more south or more north? It's an interesting round. The trees don't really give too much away. I think they feel more Western German. These guardrails are found more so in the east, but everywhere. Yeah, this is probably a matter of click someone in the middle, in my opinion, because I don't really get a strong vibe here. So let's just go outside of Siegen here. See where it actually is. And okay, it was actually in the middle of Germany there. Indeed, our opponent quickly goes for Latvia, and that's going to be a GG game. Another flawless one against a very highly rated opponent. 22 points there, and we are already halfway through the Master Division. This was a crazy one. I hope we can face him again. He went for the high pressure, and it did not work. It did not work. He should have taken more time to take advantage of his moving advantage. But okay, next one here, we have a French opponent, fairly low rated compared to our last one, but the reality is we could get some crazy hard round, and then it really makes it difficult for us. So it should be Thailand or Cambodia, and the pole looks more Thai, but the landscape looks more Cambodian, especially the houses. I guess I have to go Thailand here on the border, just because, well, this is... Okay, it really looked like a Thai pole. It's actually a Cambodian one. Really should have trusted my instincts here, because these houses are clearly Cambodian, but I guess the time pressure at least pays off here, because our opponent goes in Philippines, thus continuing our flawless run. This might actually be the longest I've ever gone flawless in a comp series before, I think. Okay, next one here is going to be somewhere in Kaimi. I think that's not actually a place, right? I would probably lean towards Oahu here, so I'm just going to guess it. But actually, all the Hawaiian Islands are possible here, in my opinion. We have the antenna. I think that's most common in the island of Hawaii, the big island. But this island here, this island, all possible to me. I'll see what it actually was. Yeah, it was Big Island. And our opponent goes in Georgia, and that's going to be GG damage. Wow-wee. Yeah, the rounds have been very favorable and very fun so far. And this time we actually are halfway through the division. So I've hit play again here. This is... going pretty stonkingly. And next one is an Italian opponent. Could we actually make it? I don't think this episode is possible for me to make it. Let's wait back to our opponent, but this is definitely a start and a half. Okay, this is a Portuguese ballad, I believe. Did terraced farms feel good for Portugal? I guess the only other option I thought of was like Greece here. But I think that might be a Portuguese pole up on the hillside, so I'm just going to go for Portugal Central here. I feel like it's a good guess. We have a Portuguese plate, so definitely feeling that way now. And I think the region actually might be correct. Actually, no, it's slightly further north there. So opponent is taking some damage off of us here, unfortunately. Ruining our 4 games in a row of perfection by 71 points only. So that's okay. Next one here. Europe and fairly generic. Rathaus, so that would be German, and looks more like Austria. Can't find the copyright anywhere here. I think it's worth looking. Okay, 2022, it is Austria. And I was thinking somewhere in North Austria here. It kind of gave me that vibe. I'm going to go in Perg in Northern Austria here. Let's take a look around. It's very picturesque here, isn't it? This is a nice town. Let's see if we can see Mozart or something here. Who do we have? No one that I've heard of. Stefan. Okay. Was right on the border there. Yeah, indeed. Northern Austria. And it was on the Czech border. I think I could have gotten that, honestly, or not exactly, but more so the region, because it did give me that kind of vibe, especially when I looked around, I guess. Okay, next one here. Canada. And I think Montreal or Quebec or something like that here. Do we have front plates? We have blue on the plates. Eesh. Okay, oh, we have a rounded light post. That would be more Quebec. So I think I'm going to go Montreal here. Quebec City also well possible. So we have a Canadian flag. Ooh, you don't really see those in Quebec too often. So I think we actually might be elsewhere here. I'll see what we have here. Halifax, that makes a lot of sense, yeah. Quebec kind of vibes, but we are in Halifax, Nova Scotia here. And yeah, that is what it is. And our opponent goes in Vancouver, so that's very fortunate for us there. It could have been pretty bad damage, actually. Halifax is a long way from Quebec or from Montreal, but yeah. Okay, next one here. This really reminded me of the Belgian coast, but the coast is actually to our west here, so it can't be that. Now I'm thinking this is actually just Portugal. Looking at the house, that fits. The pavement also fits. Yeah, this should be Portugal. And it is indeed ocean to our west here. So just thinking of going like this kind of hedge, I don't know, Western Ocean should be somewhere around this region, I guess. And southwest as well, like it really only fits the Lisbon area if I'm thinking about it like that. If we are indeed there. We have a wooden pole, which is a bit strange, but I still thought it's there. And okay, it's actually kind of a, yeah, it's actually more kind of, I'm not really sure, but that's a fine guess. Our opponent has managed to get closer than us twice, and both times on Portugal, so clearly not the country of the day. Okay, this one is Japan, clearly, but where? Okay, we have a Kanto pole top here, theoretically. We don't get the best view there, but I think I will go around Tokyo here. It's also a good hedge. I thought further west at first, and it could still be baiting me, because this pole top can be... Okay, it's not actually worked that time. I think I actually would have guessed Osaka, or maybe even further west there, had it not been for the pole top, so they're really useful to know in Japan. Go check out some tutorial. Go look for some tutorials about Japanese poles, because there's some on YouTube that are really good. Okay, next one here. We are in South Africa, I thought. Yeah, we are. We have these pines. That's kind of interesting. Yes, I don't actually get the strongest vibe of where we are here. I kind of thought maybe near Durban. Yeah, I kind of thought maybe near Durban is actually the best call here. The pines definitely throw me off for a loop a bit. We have some palms as well, so that makes me feel better about my guess. I think I'm just going to go for it here. Let's go in Pietermaritzburg here. Not feeling fantastic about this guess. I just didn't really figure out where it was. I think if it's not there, where I've clicked, then probably just Johannesburg. It gets a kind of a big city vibe. And it was actually Ladysmith, so we get a really nice guess there. It's GG damage. And again, another really convincing duel here. So this is another 15 points. We can get to 1,000 rating today easily. So let's see what we got here. Same opponent. Now this guy was the only one doing damage to us, so I still don't feel that confident against him, but yeah, we'll see. We'll give him a wave once again here. This one is going to be somewhere in the Philippines, and yeah, we see that because of these tuk-tuks that are kind of different like heights of the roof, as well as the English language. Now, I would have thought this is further north, but we have a lot of palms. It's very lush. So it's really hard to pick here. I'm just going to go for like a southern Luzon hedge here, just as a pretty safe guess. Let's take a look around. Yeah, it's a lot of palms. We have a Czech flag. No, it's just a it's just a normal Filipino flag. But yeah, that is up north there. Our opponent goes for a pretty reasonable guess in my opinion, but unfortunately still further away. This one looks like the US, but it's actually going to be Bolivia, I think. Very western road here. This reminds me of the road that goes out from La Paz over this direction here. I would say we're looking west. And we see some slight hills. This feels pretty good, I think. Like, the angle of the road is just very slight. Well, it's just basically perfectly west. So I'm interested to see if I have picked the right one here, and I have. Okay, it's actually no, the next road over. Very good score, though, 2,400 points. Definitely the Bolivian side of the border, when they did the coverage, is much greener than the Peruvian side, generally speaking, so pretty good tip there. Here we have some, wow, I thought this was, what is this? White car with the spirally antenna. Is this Panama? No, I think it's actually, northwestern, western. I think it's actually Senegal, but I just forgot that this car exists there. The white car normally in the southern half of the country, but I don't think there's any coastal stuff here, so with northwest coast, I guess we should be somewhere near Dakar here, basically. I mean, it might actually be in Dakar. That could make sense of why it feels weird. Alternatively, St. Louis is also well possible in my opinion. So one of the two cities here, I guess with the white car, I would be leaning Dakar. So let me just try that one here. Taking a look around. I mean, it's definitely Senegal, so I feel fine about that. Blue license plate here a couple of times. But yeah, it's an interesting round. I'm not quite sure where it actually is. Okay, it is actually coastal stuff here. Very difficult. Well, not very difficult, but just something I'd never seen before, so an interesting one. And our opponent gets a slightly closer score. Next one here, we got the Punjab pole top. I think this is the exact type of round that benefits me, because this little window here is only found in the state of Punjab, basically in India, and I don't think our Italian friend knows this. He's probably looking for some info, moving around, but I just insta-guessed, bro. It's really hard for him to get close here. And yeah, it indeed was Punjab. And our opponent goes in the middle. Good guess, honestly, like fine guess, but it's going to be almost knockout damage already. He's calling GG. He's not liking his chances here. Fair enough. Okay, CF. So CF, that's interesting. I think normally you have the state code on American boats like this. CF is interesting because I thought this is just, it should be California actually, yeah. Oh no, but it's a traveling Californian plate or like registration, but I think this is actually probably more likely to be in Oregon, in my opinion. Just, we have wide lines over here as well. This should be Oregon, maybe Washington, maybe Cali as well. It should be West Coast though. Our opponent does have Western Ocean here to work with, so I wouldn't be surprised if he actually gets closer here. But yeah, this should be a Californian car, at least, so we'll see. And yeah, okay, it was right on the border. That would have actually been a good inference to make to go so close there. But yeah, good guess from our opponent. Stays alive. No, he doesn't. Oh, wow, that was right on the edge of him staying alive. And 999. We have to go for one more here. Man, we have not met anyone who could even hold anything to us here. So this has been a really good episode. But as I say that, we have a very difficult round here. I do not know the country. I still don't know the country. We have Russian-style poles here. It feels like Eastern Russia. We have birches everywhere. It's very like springtime coverage here. Is this actually Eastern Russia? Gosh, I would love to know what Google car we have behind us. I think it's time to just make a guess, and I think I just felt that it was around Khabarovsk or someone like that. But does that feel correct? I don't know if you actually have proper coverage like this there. Just gonna go for it. Let's see. Let's turn around. Okay, the short antenna car. That means we could be right, but we're not likely to be. This actually might not even be Russia. What is this pole? Wowie, Ukraine, yeah. Kyiv, I mean, same latitude exactly, and we almost go down on round number one there. It was always going to be a risky guess. We were just looking at a bridge and some trees. I mean, I don't really see how I would have gotten that. But okay, next one here. Is this the Nusa Islands in Indonesia? I think so. I'm going to go for some early pressure here. East Nusa? Just going to go for between the Nusas here. Could be Sumba as well. Probably not. Is it Indo or could it be Malay? Philippines is the question here. Let's take a look around. Pole looks fine, but I still don't know where it is actually, having moved around a little. And it was the Philippines. My other guess there. So there we go. That's a 2-rounder. Not often that I get 2-rounded, especially when I'm playing so well, but these were difficult rounds without a doubt. I think that road you do get in Philippines fairly often. Let's go for one more here. We could still theoretically make it into 1000 rating. Not with this guy, but yeah, we'll do one more here. And yeah, just tough rounds, 2 in a row there. Okay, next one, we have a bunch of pines, and it looks like a Spanish-style sign here. I'm just going to go for the guess. I thought maybe out west of Madrid, but could easily be east as well. These kind of grassy and green-covered mountains, I do think you see that in this area where I clicked. So we'll see if that's a decent call. Also, a Spanish style sign here. Yeah, very thick red border. Could still be Portugal, but it isn't. Okay, that is all the way down east and southeast there. So, I mean, decent guesses from both of us, but not really too close. Folded back sign here with the metal folded back. Should be somewhere in the Baltics. White brick everywhere makes me think of Lithuania, but I could see either of the other Baltics working just fine here. I'm going to go in northern Lithuania as a bit of a hedge here. Let's take a look around. We have the black Google car. I think you sometimes see that in, I was going to say in Latvia, but I'm not really sure what that would be. Let's see. We can normally tell from the sign here what country it should be. It's a Lithuanian sign, I believe. And wow, we picked the town there. That's a pretty crazy guess. Not going to complain about that. He probably thinks I found the town name, but in reality, this was just a hedge. But we'll not complain. Next one here, red houses. We have red houses, and is it a Norwegian flag? I mean, it looks like Norway. We have a green plate here. Should be Norway. Now, what's the vibe here? The mountains are rather low, so I think this is actually southern. But I could also see them being kind of the low mountains that you get around Grong or something like that here. Regardless, I'm just going to leave my guess here. It probably is the Oslo area, and it was just north near Lillehammer there, but that is a good guess. Opponent does my other thought here and goes just a bit north of Grog, so yeah, not too bad. Okay, next one here. USA or Argentina is the question. Looks more like Argentina to me. We have the black Google card to confirm, okay. This is very agricultural, very generic, and probably just a Buenos Aires click here, but I could see anything up to Santa Fe working quite decently. Let's take a look around. Ooh, that's a Cordoba mountain maybe to our west there. Yeah, I would say this is probably Cordoba province then, which is not too far from where I've guessed, especially if you can't work it out, but I expect to be further away here. And yeah, it was Cordoba mountains there. Good guess from our opponent, probably just immediately turned around, saw those, and had to guess west, which is, you know, the disadvantage of playing no moving, padding, or zooming, but hopefully we can get our revenge here. We have some more Argentina. Diego Maradona there on the wall. Now, do we have any taxis? Because I find it hard not to go Buenos Aires here without anything to confirm. Taxi-wise, no taxis. Okay. Is this BA? I think I'll go for BA here. I think it's most likely. Let's take a look around here. I mean, I'm used to the normal Duels map, where you see a lot of Buenos Aires. Okay. Let's see if we have the taxi that distinguishes them anywhere here. Well, very urban. It does look like BA, and it is, but we didn't see any taxis. But yeah, they're kind of black and yellow ones that you get in BA and Rosario, but I think the BA ones have a little bit more yellow on them on the top. Okay, next one here. What does it look like? Actually not obvious here. Dominican Republic or... Yeah, I think... Oh, it's actually Brazil. Okay, we have a Brazilian pull there. That's interesting. I guess it feels more like northern Brazil, but I don't really have a good reason to say that. I think I just have to guess here. Ugh. Not a particularly pleasant round. I think I'm just going to hedge it in Sergipe here. Sergipe. And take a look around once we've guessed. We have a lot of palms, which I do like for my guess. Could be Belém area here, because the Google card that we have here is quite common there. Yeah, it looks like Belém trees. We might be in Belém here, which is not too far. Well, it's very far away, actually. Yeah, okay, it's actually San Luis, yeah, São Luís. So, I mean, we're still closer, but it wasn't really. It's a bit of a hollow win, because we're very, very far away there. But I tap around where I could only really get it once I'd looked at some more houses and trees. Okay, next one here. Long plates. We're in Korea, actually. And this is very touristy looking. Are we in Jeju here? I think I don't have enough info to click in Jeju, but I'll go Mokpo or Gwangju. I don't know. This is just a hedge. Let's take a look around. We have palms. This actually might be Jeju. A bit of black rocks. I think I would switch my guess. I think I would. Let's take a look around here. Okay, airport. Yeah, I think I would switch my guess here. Let's find out though, shall we? And it was Jeju. Yeah, I mean, again, like the tap around where if I look around, then it's relatively gettable, but on the still image of a car park, it's not really so gettable, I think. Okay, this is South Africa to me. Definitely looks like Australia though, so I could imagine our opponent making a wrong guess. But this type of Generation 2 coverage with this color dirt road is normally found in the vicinity of Johannesburg. Lots of dirt road coverage there in both Generation 3 and 4, and 2, I mean. Yeah, this is a correct guess. I'm not really sure which side of the city it is, but it's somewhere around here. And okay, wow, our opponent does not guess, and we take the W there on the final round of the day. So yeah, I mean, bar one bad game, an extremely dominant performance here, we're on 9-9-7. And so this was, yeah, a really fun little episode, and I'm looking forward to coming back again with some more. Guys, thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed, please smash like, and I'll see you guys in a video very soon. Till next time, and goodbye.